We have only one way to enjoy life, just one option, to enjoy bestowing to others. You wanted to write it down, and then you stopped. How to enjoy life? This I wanted to write down. I wanted to see what are you going to write. Because I told you that I'm as if giving you a miracle solution, something special, and your eyes opened up, and once I said bestowing to others, you stopped writing. Okay, so we have just one option to enjoy life. What is it? To bestow to others and enjoy that. What does it mean? To enjoy, bestow to others. What does that word mean? I don't know. Ask Madam how she enjoys herself when she does something for her children. True, so you're talking about giving to someone else? Suppose she discovers that the entire world are her children. Suppose that is what she discovers, but in a good and a nice way, not that she's running around worrying about what's with them, but she has what to give them. She can give them plenty of fulfillment, good things, health, and she can enjoy everyone. You can explode from this kind of happiness. Suppose this switch happens in her. It means that she became a corrected person? Yes. If suddenly she can treat others, strangers, that way, in a good way, the way she treats her children, that means that she has corrected herself, completely corrected herself. She uses herself entirely, all of her characteristics, her nature, her qualities, in order to bestow to them, and suddenly she discovers the compatibility there is between her and others, that her entire character, that she completely, the way she is, with all of her qualities, she bestows to them, and that exactly fits, matches in order to benefit them to the full. Suppose Yael was a corrected person the way you've just described, even not 100%. She's only taking her first steps. She's a bit better than she is today. By doing so, will that improve the society that she lives in terms of economy, social matters, things that today as a society we suffer from in everything because everyone cares for everyone? By that, a person feels that he's realizing himself, that he enjoys caring for others. Then you feel fulfilled in life, like she fulfills her children and feels that she is fulfilled as a result. She doesn't demand anything else from life. That's the nature of a mother, as we learned, that's the nature of the Binah. And that's it. That's the greatest pleasure because you have the ability to give limitlessly. How much can you eat? How much can you do for yourself? But when you do for others, all these pleasures pass through you to others and you're fulfilled by it. Suppose the economical situation, the cost of living, how will her inner connection becoming a better person, and suppose there are a few more like her, how will that influence the society that they're living in? Will people have a better life? Will they be able to afford an apartment, a house? I'm not talking on the level of how will people treat each other, but I'm talking on the pragmatic level. A place to live. Will these are these things interrelated? Suppose she needs to buy an apartment. That's the biggest problem here in Israel right now, right? So she goes to her uncle and she tells him, I need an apartment for my son. The uncle, he wants to bestow and he lowers the price. But in order to lower the price, he also have to build an apartment that costs less. So he goes to his uncle and aunt and so on and so forth. Everyone is interested in building a corrected life. Everyone. And then, what do you reach? You reach a state where eventually everyone has an equal standard of living, equal for everyone. No one accumulates billions and puts it in some barrel of his because he enjoys giving. Yeah, because he enjoys giving. If you have plenty of money and you're not giving it to your children, are you enjoying yourself? For that, you have to have some kind of a deviation, evil deviation. Therefore, everything that you have you distribute it to others, you give it to others, you enjoy that because the others, they are more precious to you than you yourself are. That's how it is. The essence of the correction, if I understand, love another as thyself. That's all there is to it. So it seems that the correction is impossible. That depends on education. How you educate a person, and the social norms. That also depends on a person's education. The only thing that we need is to educate people. This is the world problem. By that we solve all of our problems. By that we start living in a world which is utterly good. Imagine, how much do we spend on weapons, security, things that we create with no need, and the politics and everything. There's no need for anything. The world has so many options of being good, happy, glad, infinitely fulfilled. It all depends on a person's relations with others. We have 1 minute left. If I look at our life here in Israel compared to the life in other countries, as if all of the people, all over the world, in all of the countries, they as if have a magnifying glass in their hand, looking at the Israelis, examining our attributes, our relation, our attitude towards our neighbors, how do we behave, what did our soldier do? Why are all of them examining our attributes from dusk till dawn with a microscope without any self-critique at all? They subconsciously feel that the only way to correct life is on condition that Israel will set an example. There is nothing to add to that. This is a separate talk. Dr. Lightman, our time's up. We talked about many things. The bottom line, what's the most important thing to know? The bottom line is, we have to simply know how do we discover that we're all very close and that everyone has to treat the others at least the way you treat yourself. That's the essence of the correction.